Let's solve systems using substitution. If you have not already copied down the vocabulary word and you don't already have the steps written down, go ahead and pause this video and copy everything now. So substitution is simply putting a number or term in place of a variable and solving. The steps for solving by substitution is to first solve one equation for either variable, doesn't matter. Step 2 is to substitute the resulting expression into the other equation. So if you solved for y, then you'll substitute your expression into the next equation in place of y. And then solve for the other variable, and then of course check your solution. So let's come down here for these examples. So both of these are already solved for y. So what you do here is you set them equal to one another. So if y equals negative 3x plus 14 and y equals x plus 2, then that means that negative 3x plus 14 is equal to x plus 2. Move your variables to the same side. So we have negative 4x plus 14 equals 2. Get rid of the 14. Negative 4x equals negative 12. Divide by negative 4. And you have x equals 3. Then you can substitute the x back into either of these equations. If you're looking, this one is the easiest because there's no coefficient. So we'll substitute back in here. Y is equal to 3 plus 2. Y is equal to 5. So your solution is 3, 5. And then you just check very quickly. Let's check with the second equation first because again, it's easier. 5 equals 3 plus 2. It does. So that works in that equation. And let's check the other one really quickly. 5 is equal to negative 3 times 3 plus 14. 5 is equal to negative 9 plus 14. 5 is equal to 5. Moving over here to number 2. Neither of these is solved for a variable, but if I'm looking at this equation is the easiest because y does not have a coefficient. So we're going to rewrite this with y being by itself. So it will simply be y equals negative 8x minus 7. Now we're going to take this expression here, the negative 8x minus 7, and substitute it right here. So you will have 7x plus 6 times negative 8x minus 7 is equal to negative 1. We'll simplify this. 7x minus 48x minus 42 equals negative 1. Then you have negative 41x minus 42 equals negative 1. Negative 41x equals 41. So x is equal to negative 1. I'm going to substitute this back into the second equation just because, again, there's no coefficient, so it's a little bit easier. So we're going to say 8 times negative 1 plus y equals negative 7. So negative 8 plus y equals negative 7. Y equals 1. So the solution is negative 1, 1. But of course, we're going to check. So first equation, 7 times negative 1 plus 6 times 1 is equal to negative 1. Negative 7 plus 6 equals negative 1. Negative 1 equals negative 1. So that one checks out. Second equation, 8 times negative 1 plus 1 equals negative 7. Negative 8 plus 1 equals negative 7. Negative 7 equals negative 7. So that checks out as well. So solving by substitution, super messy, lots of work, but it's honestly just remembering how to solve equations and then basic multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division.